controller gets an email that looks like a vendor. Subject, project proposal, review, and approval required. The email says the proposal is in their secure document portal. Click the link, sign in with your existing Microsoft account. No new account needed. She clicks View Proposal. The portal opens. It says Verify your access and shows a Continue with Microsoft button. She clicks it. A new tab opens automatically to the real Microsoft page. The 6-digit verification code is already filled in for her. She just clicks Next. Signs in with her real password, completes her real multi-factor authentication prompt. Sign in successful. She clicks back to the portal. The portal says, "Thank you. Your access is verified. The proposal will be sent to your inbox shortly." She closes the tab and moves on with her day. Here's what she didn't realize. That code wasn't verifying her. It was authorizing a server on the internet that she'd never heard of to act as her account. The code came from a script running on the attacker's page, which had asked Microsoft for it 30 seconds earlier. When she signed in, she wasn't verifying her own access. She was approving the attacker's server as a trusted device on her account. The hardest part about this attack is that almost everything she saw was real Microsoft. The sign-in page, real. The password prompt, real. The MFA prompt on her phone, real. The success message, real. Only the vendor portal that opened the workflow was fake. The one giveaway was buried. The URL that opened in the new tab was microsoft.com/device login. The URL is for pairing smart TVs and conference room panels with Microsoft accounts, not for viewing a vendor's document. But most users have never seen the URL before and wouldn't recognize it. She wasn't careless. She was caught by an attack designed to look like Microsoft because most of it really is real. For the next 2 days, the attacker reads her mailbox. He learns the bank is building a new branch. The general contractor is Apex Construction. Project budget, $4.2 million. Monthly draws around $625K. The first draw is due next week. He sets up a mailbox rule on day 1. Anything from Apex goes straight to a hidden folder. He waits. When Apex sends the first draw invoice, the attacker intercepts it, downloads the PDF, clones it. Same logo, same project number, same amount, $625K. The only thing he changed is the bank account on the wire instructions. Then, from the controller's own mailbox, he forwards the invoice to AP. Same words she's been using on every other vendor approval that month. The CFO sees an email from the controller, attaching an invoice from the contractor he knows is doing the branch project. For the expected draw in the right week, he approves the wire. $625K leaves the bank. 2 weeks later, the real Apex calls asking when they're getting paid. That's when they realize, and this isn't a one-off. The same attack is hitting hundreds of organizations a day, right now across many financial institutions. Here's what's going on and what you do about it this week. The attack is called EvilTokens. It's a phishing as a service kit that first appeared on Telegram channel in mid-February 2026, and it's been accelerating ever since. Huntress Labs documented more than 340 organizations compromised in a 17-day window from March 2nd to March 19th. By April 6th, Microsoft Defender Security Research said 10 to 15 new campaigns are launching every 24 hours. Hundreds of new organizations are being compromised daily. Here's what makes this different from everything you've been training your users to spot. It's not a fake login page. It's not a credential harvester. the victim actually signs in on Microsoft's real login portal. They enter their real password. They complete their real multi-factor prompt. Every security control does its job correctly. What the user is doing without knowing it is completing authentication on behalf of the attacker's session instead of their own. Microsoft issues a valid access token and valid refresh token, and those tokens go to a script running on railway.com, and the attacker controls it. The MFA challenge happened. It just didn't protect anyone. For a financial institution, the blast radius is worse than for most other industries. A compromised mailbox inside a bank, credit union, or mortgage company gives an attacker wire transfer drafts, vendor payment threads, and treasury routing information. EvilTokens Kit has built-in automation that scans captured mailboxes for finance keywords and auto-draft business email compromise messages. What used to take a week of an attacker reconnaissance and manual drafting now takes a couple of days. Here's the part most of the coverage has buried. The fix is closer to a toggle than a project. In early 2026, Microsoft shipped a pre-built managed conditional access policy called Block Device Code Flow. Open the Microsoft Entra Admin Center. Go to Protection, Conditional Access, Manage Policies. Find the policy, enable it, done. No exclusion group, no conditions. One toggle, the device code flow is blocked across the entire tenant. For most financial institutions, that is the entire deployment. Device code flow exists for smart TVs, Microsoft Teams room panels, universal printers, and occasional Azure command line interface sessions from a jump server. Most credit unions, community banks, and mortgage companies have none of those in production. So the managed policy is the correct answer. If you do have Teams rooms or printers on device code flow, there's an architectural decision most of the coverage is getting wrong. The naive version of the manual policy excludes specific service accounts. The Teams room account, the printer account. It allows them to use device code flow from anywhere on the internet. If one of those excluded accounts ever gets phished, the attacker has global access to device code flow through a trusted identity. The stronger pattern, and the one Microsoft's own documentation recommends, is to flip it around. Don't exclude accounts, exclude network locations. You create a named location in conditional access that contains only the trusted IP ranges, the conference room subnet, the printer VLAN, the admin jump server. Then the block policy applies to everyone with the named location excluded from the block. The result? Device code flow is blocked from the entire public internet and allowed only when the request comes from one of your trusted internal networks. If any user account gets phished, the attacker can't replay the token from outside your network. The policy rejects it. And one more thing worth knowing. Compliant device conditional access does not stop this attack on its own. Microsoft evaluates compliance against the user's device at sign-in, not against the attacker's server when it later replays the token. That's why blocking the flow itself is the control that actually closes the path. For institutions on ABT Guardian, this is our workflow. Significant Microsoft advisories get monitored continuously. When something rises to the significance level of EvilTokens, the first response is a targeted tokenator detection signal. It watches for the attack pattern and revokes the stolen tokens the moment it discovers one. With continuous access evaluation enabled, the attacker session dies in seconds. The broader managed policy sweep follows the same week when the signal warrants it. If you run Microsoft 365 at a credit union, community bank, or a mortgage company, here's the short list. 1. Enable Microsoft's managed block device code flow policy in report-only mode. 2. Review the logs for a week, then flip it on. 3, set up a detection alert that will find the pattern of this particular attack. That's the highest confidence detection signal for this specific campaign. The full implementation recipe, including the manual policy with the location-first architecture, the railway IP blocks, and the continuous access evaluation setup, is in the article linked in the description below. If you want to check whether your Microsoft 365 tenant has the manage policy on or whether device code flow is still open somewhere, run our free security grade check. It runs a read-only audit and names the specific gaps in your conditional access posture sorted by severity. Look for the link in the description below. I'm Justin Kirsch. See you in the next one.